Tong is here from south of Sudan, as I told you this morning. He's ready to involve us in our project, and he have many suggestions, and he have the roadmap for us in south of Sudan, and he's going to get all the support we need in south of Sudan, in Khartoum as well. Dr. Tong, he's one of my leaders and a partner in my project, even in south of Sudan and north of Sudan in Khartoum. He's the one introduced me to many people to have the headlines of what I'm doing in Sudan, because he have an experience and he have much skills of communication with the government and youth development in Sudan. So wherever we need and whenever, whatever we plan and whatever we need a requirement from south of Sudan or north of Sudan, Dr. Tong, he's going to be the leader and he's going to be the guidance for us there. So I need you to communicate direct with him, and I need you guys to congratulate the Sudanese youth in North of Sudan and South of Sudan about our project, and let the people know what I'm doing here. And I have two guys, one of them from Kenya and the other one also from east of Sudan, Mr. Mubarak Musa and Muhammad Abdul Shakur. Both of them, they have youth experience and skills, and they want to show what from their experience, how they are suffering and how they need this project to be done in Sudan as soon as possible.
Are you asking me that, or are you?
This is between you and Dr. Tong, whoever who's going to answer. you are the leaders, guys, not me.
Well, by my opinion, the first will be very nice if all of us exchange basically certain information. I mean, between ourselves, about organizations, and what we're representing, whom we're representing, and how things will develop. In regards to the project is established, and the project is supposed to be moved, thanks to you, Gihad, and your corporation, to Sudan and South Sudan and some other region as well. So we have no problem to communicating, and then based on that, it will be nice that we have a invitation from the government so we can come down and present the whole idea and the plan, and establish certain relation between all the parties. This project is not just building the building, it's a project to really help to develop not just youth, but that's also developing the country and helping lots of the country to establish to be a leader in that region, because the projects and everything that we're putting together, it's really does that part. So also we will have to establish the team of the people who will be able to train, to teach the people and what to do, how to do, and this is the main idea and a goal in all this project. Once we put everything together, then it's going to be, I said, easy part, which is going to be just design by needs of the states, by needs of everybody there. And based on their needs, we're going to create what has to be built there. And that's the way how we're going to put this together. So if you gentlemen have any questions or any other, maybe if I didn't explain everything well, so please feel free to ask me, and I will be probably able to answer on those questions, please.
Yes, if I can come in, Mr. Gihad, I would like to congratulate ourselves and congratulate you for bringing us together. You can see now South Sudan and Kerreri project, Canada, we are now together on Zoom meeting. What I would like to say is that Sudan and South Sudan have been passing through similar history. Sudan has been in internal conflict, South Sudan has been in external conflict. And most of the conflict has been led by youth. The youth are the one carrying guns and they're the one being fighting. Now, Sudan and South Sudan they want to make a change. and they want to make change of the youth behavior. Instead of war makers or war fighters, they want them for the development. The future is for youth. The countries are for youth. So if we can come and utilize the strengths and the powers of youth for a change, and we make them a change makers, then we can come and have a new era for youth to develop. They can make the future bright. So these projects, we are very excited in South Sudan to be a part of this project, because most of our youth in South Sudan, they comprise something like 45% youth, if you take from 18 years up to 45 years. Below that, you get them 30% are children. If you add the two figures together, 45 plus 30, you get 75% are less than 50 years. So the future is for the youth, and is for the development is for the youth. So we want to concentrate and empower the youth and have the projects, sustainable projects, what we can talk, and then they can think of what they want to do in the future. I think this is brief what we are aspiring for, what we are expecting to come out with these projects. Thanks.
Thank you, Doctor.
I just would love to say on that I totally agree, because it's really important that the states telling us their needs and idea and goals, and this is how, like, some countries need different areas of development. Some countries, like everybody have different needs, and that's the reason why once we build the facilities and putting there and a link to each other, then it's coming to put it that needs in a sort of kind of form of the teams of the people who are gonna really work on that areas and that type development. So please have in mind that what we are doing, it's under United Nations umbrella, and that's what we are doing. It's already recognized by United Nations, and what we do have. And I don't know if South Sudan have national youth body, but I know that Sudan do have, because I meet several times the representative of Sudan national youth body, and I've been in Malaysia. I've been meeting them on several occasions. So it is. Do you know if South Sudan have national youth organization or no?
Yes, we do.
You do. Okay, because I didn't know if you do. So that's very good. And once we link to there, remember we're going to bring the head of youth organization, national youth body, which is called World Assembly of Youth, and they're part of this whole project. And they will do implementation on all this project as well with us. So saying this is a key point, that we're going to work under umbrella of United Nations, and we will work on the development of something what is already passed United Nations resolution.
Sounds good.
Before Gihad you come in is a very important point, because when you send me the biography and the manifesto of the Kerreri project, I have sent it to South Sudan Youth Union. We have South Sudan Youth Union, and they are working hand in hand with the Olympic Committee. I'm the Secretary General of South Sudan National Olympic Committee. My background is a medical doctor. I'm the Secretary for Foreign Affairs of South Sudan Medical Union. So I'm engaging most of the youth in United Nations projects. We have what we call UNIMIS in South Sudan. Most of them are financing our projects for Olympic Games, for youth development. So most of the youth you can get, UNESCO is there, UNICEF is there, UNDP is there, UN Women. So most of the activities have been funded and been supported by United Nations. And when you come with the youth projects, you get them trying to develop the youth. So this one is a good thing. We have it here in South Sudan, and South Sudan is being privileged to have so many United Nations units here in South Sudan.
Very good. And please have in mind that the part of the whole process and what we're going to put together in it is the banking institutions, which will follow, which will merge with the states to help youth development. So we do have, and I will send you the financial institution representative, which is specifically created for youth development. And so you will be able to see that. And then definitely it depends on the states what they're really looking for and they would like to do. We can also give them some ideas, so we can give recommendations. And but it's most important that states really define what they would love to do, and that's the key point in the whole project.
Sounds good. So this is good news. I'm so glad I'm here, and I'm so glad we have this conference before the end of 2020. I have also one of my leaders staff from Khartoum, Mr. Mohammed Noor. I'm going to introduce you as the commercial manager for our project in Sudan, and I have in the other part engineer Mohammed Abdul Shakur also. Both of them, they're going to tell us what is going on with the youth in Sudan and the youth who's left Sudan looking for job opportunities or build a new life out of Sudan, and what they're doing, both of them. Muhammad also, he was outside of Sudan like 5 years, and now he back again home, and he decided to be one of my leadership in this project. I want to ask his opinion about how he doing and how the things going with him, with the communication of the government, with the communication with the youth in Sudan and our communities there. Go ahead, Mohammed Noor, and tell us what is going on with you. Mohammed, you hear me? Are you sleeping? Hello. You can go ahead, Muhammad Abdul Shakur. Until Muhammad in the line. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gihad, for the welcome, and I thank my brother from South Sudan. And I also thank Mr. Goran. I'm very happy actually to join this very wonderful meeting this evening. And my name is, let me introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Abdul Shakur. I am a language teacher. I teach in Banaga College, English language teacher, definitely. Actually, I am a youth empowerment and youth training programs expert. I work in East Africa as a youth development trainer, actually in different countries. But what involved me with the young people is that I have an initiative called Youth for Darfur Peace. This Youth for Darfur Peace is an initiative that we carry out youth peace ambassadors training and youth empowerment in the 5 states in Darfur. We have offices everywhere, groups of youth. We call them office, but we only work virtually with the youth, and then we train people. Our plan is to make 50,000 youth peace ambassadors in every state, and phase 2 we will go to South Kordofan and East Sudan as well. I used to be the Peace and Security Commissioner to African Youth in East Africa, and also currently I am PLO Lumumba Foundation representative in Sudan. The young people are actually very, very keen and eager to have such projects so that they can actually develop themselves, because there is a gap, very big gap between the young people and the community and the governments and the international organizations. So in this case, the young people are not actually participating in the process of development, and they are not part of everything. You just see them, they're moving around, do not know. And you have just stated that they are going out. If there are some occupational programs like this, there are active projects for young people, they can actually participate. Right now, for me, being in Nairobi, I did not come for, so I just come for training. And I want to stay 1 month here just to find a studio to record some programs, some teaching methods and whatever. So this is also one of the reasons that the young people do not have the opportunity to practice their talents. There is no way of they can enhance their talents, and they're not practicing what they want. So that's why they actually flee the country. They go everywhere. They go to Europe, they go to America, they go whatever, because they believe that there is a place where they can find themselves. Again, they will think of coming back. So for me, I worked in different countries in East Africa as a practitioner in peace building and youth development. I have understood that we all have shared the same problems in different regions, especially Sudan and South Sudan. There is not any big difference between them. So I'm hoping that this project can at least help a few number of young people who have quality projects that can actually help them to push on. Reminding ourselves that the new change in Sudan will actually help us to boost a lot of things, because previously young people could not be able, like 2018, I come up with a project to help Sudanese young people, and I call my project Sudanese National Youth Employment Campaign. I was campaigning for 40,000 graduate projects to be funded. And when I am about to get the fund, I was, deviated by the government and all of these things. So the regime did not allow us. But now with this new government, with this new system, I'm definitely sure young people can get some opportunities, get their chance to present what they want and how they want it to happen. I believe that there are only 2-3 things, if we make it available for the young people, they can actually do. First, we need to ask them what you want to do, and then they will tell us what do we want, and then we ask them another question, how to do it, then we tell them how to do it, and then we monitor and see how they do that thing, and then we can see how talented they are and how they can actually develop. I'm very keen to be part of the project, and I can actually help a lot, especially in the States. I am actually moving in almost 16 states in Sudan. And by next month, I'm going back having initiatives in Kassala and in Darfur. We work on the youth, something called Youth Peace Building Program. So very happy to be this. Thank you.
That's good. Let me tell you something. This is not like Santa Claus gift for you, but you are so lucky you are here, because I'm going to support you in whatever you are doing there, and I'm going to be the first person to introduce you for my foundation in Canada, and to Mr. Dr. Tong also. And I need you to just relax and send me wherever you have feasibility studies and summary about your project and what you're doing. And I'm gonna handle it by myself, and I'm gonna be the sponsorship for your project under Karaari Cares Foundation in Sudan. And I hope all the yours to come directly and show us what they have, because I believe the opportunities is not coming to you when you're sleeping home. When you're working hard, when you figure what you want to do for your future, I believe you get the result. So we are working hard to make the dream a reality, and we're working hard to approve for people who are serious, and we have done a lot of projects around the world. Me and Mr. Goran, we have a lot done in Nigeria, and as I told you, in China, in UAE, in Dubai, and now also with Mr. Tong, we have the opportunity to do our project in Khartoum and Jooba as well. Next month or next week from the New Year, you will hear the news from my side and from my group in the social media. I have a big group coming down to Dubai from UAE, ruling government. Mr. Goran also is going to be there in this meeting. And from there, we go ahead direct to Sudan. I hope before March, our project will be show up in Sudan, Bismillah.
Welcome, wonderful. I'm very happy to support.
Thank you, Muhammad, and I will come back to you again, Muhammad Noor.
Muhammad Noor, I'm being impressed by what Muhammad Shakur is doing. In fact, as I was saying, that South Sudan and Sudan are coming from internal conflict, and the most urgent thing we need now is peace building. because most of the community has been suffering for long with the gun shooting, with the burning of the villages, and they have not been cultivating, they have not been doing business. So from the first thing they would do is rehabilitation of the communities, is repatriation of the communities, is peace building, which can be done by the youth. And youth can be used to go and talk with our communities so that we can reconcile. Because reconciliation is a big thing if you empower the youth now, as Mohammed Shakur has been doing, to train the youth how to come and rebuild our social cohesion. This is one of the first factors. Then we think later on of other developmental projects after we have built and we have retained our social cohesion.
Yeah, that is very good.
Do you want to say anything, Mr. Goram, before we leave the meeting? I think we can't hear you. Yeah.
I said, if you don't mind, if you can tell me what was said, because I didn't hear everything. Can you please repeat?
Okay.
I heard that something very important in community to prevent some kind. I believe that's still gunshot and a killing and whatever in areas. That's something what I heard, but I didn't hear further.
What I was saying, Mohammed Shakur is talking, is visiting more than 16 states in Sudan, training youth for reconciliation and peace building. And I'm saying that in South Sudan and in Sudan, that's what we need, to train the youth and empower them to use their community to come and reconcile and forgive each other, because there was social cohesion has been exhausted. So if we can rebuild social cohesion in our South Sudan and Sudan communities, this will be the first way of bringing youth together. Then after that, we can use them for other developmental projects.
I heard before you said on conversation that you organizing and putting some youth Olympic Games, if I understand well. Is that right?
That's correct. Even now we have a project with what we call a joint Olympic week, which will be done in Sudan and South Sudan. And some games will be played in Sudan, some game will be played in South Sudan. Basketball, football, volleyball, handball, athletics, boxing, karate, taekwondo. We are going to share that one. So the opening can be one country, the closing will be in another country. There will be some music, some poetry, and all these things will be together, so that we can bring the youth together. And this is one of the things, if we can do that one, will build the social cohesion of the youth to come together.
So let me try to tell you something which I didn't pass that even to Gihad. I didn't mention about that. So part of this whole project is basically exactly what you're asking for. It's merging communities together, and during for the youth, what the key point is education. But it's very hard to just send kids in a school. You understand? You have to find what they would love to have in a school, what they would love to do, and that's what we build. We build one special small building, but this is building specially built for sport activity and education activity. So inside kids, like as you said, they can learn how to play guitar, they can learn how to make movies, they can learn how to communicate, banking, anything.
Youth center.
And then you have around the facilities, we build the sport area for the sport, sport fields and stuff like that. And this is for each municipality. Suppose we have one through their youth to their youth organizations, and I will be very happy to share that with you and give you to see how this project looks. That's something what is not very, very expensive to build, but is bringing the community together. And then you organize, like you said, Olympic Games or sport between two countries and states, and that's what we can develop wherever we think, and not just North Sudan, South Sudan. You can bring other countries as well, and that's the key point, let that kids to grow together, to share their knowledge, to share their interests together, to show the people what they educate for, what they understand, what they teach, they learn, stuff like that, and through the game and the sport, because this is the best way how to develop the kids understand and not to be on the street, not be on a field alone and not know what to do. And that's the part. Also, through all this, what we are just talking over here will give the other kids which want to develop themselves to be future leaders, to be future, you know, not just the country, to lead the industry, whatever they're going to do. That's what we also offer them in the schools. We're going to bring the outside of the countries, overseas people, which we're going to give them teaching, like for 2-3 months, people stay there and teach them for leadership. That's again going to be kids which is very advanced and older, who is ready to move and lead the countries one day. So this is in this program what Mr. Gihad bringing to you and to everybody over there. This is something very, very important. And I know that in this moment, it's hard to just understand from our talking, but I will be more than happy to come down on the front of the state's representatives to present those with our group, our people, our team, and show them even how they can utilize certain things what they have through the banking facilities, because we are really, really well connected, and we have blessing from World Bank, we can blessing from IMF, we can blessing from United Nations. This is something which we suppose we use to show the states that they understand and that they support that what we recommending and what Mr. Gihad wants to bring to your states. That's the key point. If you start on a time with the youth, they will understand the globalization. They will understand what's happening in the world. We will make and help to get it that they have access, that you don't have to be in a situation that the gentleman, like what we couldn't put on the lines because their lines is not so good. So, you know, to do that, it's not just that we're bringing youth development, we're bringing also infrastructure which is going to help the states. And you know, now Sudan, it's became to be, if I call another free states, what's happening just recently. So United States, United Nations remove lots of black mark on them. So it's the right moment that we go there and really, really now come down to support and let them to come down to international communities as a state, not just for the youth development. So this is the key point. And I believe, gentlemen, that you will be able to present and represent our organizations and our not just ideas, our knowledge, which will be bring to your states. So I hope that you can do that, and by stories and what we discussed with Mr. Gihad, I see that you went very, very far away with that already. And especially you, sir, you just telling us what you did and what you try to do with youth in your area, which I really appreciate and congratulate to you. And that was very, very good what you're doing. And definitely you will have our full support for that.
Appreciate it.
Oh, got it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I think time also for people to have more time with families, because a new year, and I know people busy. I catch Dr. Tong from a party, and Muhammad Shakur also the same. Mr. Goran, I really appreciate your coming and appreciate your cooperation with us, and I appreciate your assistance all the time. You are ready to help, and all the time you are ready and aligned to be involved in any meeting, belong to our project in Sudan. Absolutely, or for sure, we have next meeting after the new year, me and you and Dr. Tong and governor from Khartoum and Jubba, and we'll put the roadmap for our visit to Sudan. And from there, I'm going to send all the paperwork to Dr. Tong to be ready also to prepare himself and prepare his group. I'm going to support him by all the requirements he needs from me and from my side. And before that, I'm going to let you know which paper and which document I have to send to him. And Dr. Tong, he's ready. He has also his own foundation there, and he have all the facilities we need to start over. End of this meeting, I'll let Mohammed Shakur to say hi and say for the Sudanese youth لكل الشباب. محمد أنا عاوزك تنقل لهم اللي حصل في الميتنج باللغة بتاعتنا البسيطة وتهنيهم برأس السنة الجديدة. الشباب حضور كلهم معاك في كرري العطاء. نقول لهم بريف عن الحصل في الاجتماع ده وهنيهم بالسنة الجديدة، وأنا حكمل الباقي بعد نهاية الميتنج.
تمام، مرحبا بك. شكرا مستر جهاد، وشكرا لاخونا مستر توم من الجنوب. انا احيي الشباب السوداني كله، يعني بالبلدي كده تحيه حاره، تحيه يعني بتاعت شباب، تحيه حلوه يعني. احنا الليله اجتمعنا هنا في زوم، يعني كان اجتماع جميل جدا معنا كل الاعضاء بتاعنا المشروع، وانا سعيد جدا بانضمامي لكرري عطاء. الليله احنا اجتمعنا وتكلمنا عن الشباب، كيف ان احنا ممكن المشروع ده يساعد الشباب، والشباب ممكن يستفيدوا منه في ولاياتهم، في مناطقهم، في حتاتهم كلها يعملوا شنو. وفي الميتنج اتناقشت يعني حتى التشابه بين السودان وجنوب السودان، يعني المشكله الموجوده في الجنوب هي موجوده في الشمال، والنفرين ان شاء الله حيشتغلوا مع بعض الجنوب والشمال على اساس انه نصل لحاجات تمام جدا. وحتى الاخوه المانحين يتكلموا على اساس انهم هم جاهزين يعني للمشاريع يدعموها بكل ما يقدروا، سواء كان دعم مادي او دعم معنوي او دعم عن طريق الانفراستراكشر، عن طريق اي حاجه هم ممكن يقدروا يساعدوا الشباب. وانا بهنئ الشباب تهنئه خاصه، لانه مثل هذه المشاريع ما قاعد تجي يا جماعه. المشاريع دي زمان كان بيغني بها الجماعه، لما يكون في مشروع زي ده بيغني بها الجماعه غادي ما بيصل، ما قاعد يصل. فالحمد لله انه الليله احنا قدرنا نصل لمشروع، والمشروع ده حينزل مباشره للشباب في اياديهم. وانا بشجع تماما وبقول للشباب يا جماعه في حاجه يعني كبيره حتحصل في يعني نحن بالبلد ده اقول لهم في تتشه.
ايوه
يعني ايوه في حاجه كده سمحه يعني حتحصل في البلد دي، وان الناس ممكن تمشي تقدر تمشي لقدام
ان شاء الله ان شاء الله. واشكر كمان الضيوف، اشكر الضيوف اللي معانا هنا برضه يا محمد بالنيابه عن الشباب في كرري.
بالنيابه عن الشباب في كرري انا بشكر السيد كورن لاستضافته وقطع من زمنه
انجليزي
اوكي تمام، حترجمه بعدين. وبرضه اشكر اخونا طوق من الجنوب. فالنفرين دول هم الليله كانوا ثمره حقيقيه بالنسبه للميتنج. I would like to, on behalf of the youth, our network Karari in Sudan, would like to appreciate Mr. Goran for his courage and for his support, which is I can call unyielding support, a support that actually young people needs. I have just met him only today, and I met all the guys only today on the meeting, but it seems there is willing to develop the young people not only but to extend to the country. So we are very happy that you and your project are actually a good asset to the development of our country, and we are very pleased and very happy, and we cannot actually thank enough of this initiative, and it's a very wonderful that this initiative is coming down to the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Before Gihad come in, I would like to thank also Mr. Goran and Gihad for your initiative, and Shakur for your experience, sharing experience with us. And I would like to tell you that the government of South Sudan is very positive for encouraging youth projects. The Minister of Youth and Sport is a very young medical doctor. He's my junior colleague. He's very close to me. The President of South Sudan Youth Association or Youth Union is a very young, my junior colleague, and they are cooperating with us. The Vice President of the first Vice President, and we have 5 Vice Presidents in South Sudan. The first Vice President, the Vice President, the youth sector, they are very close and working, supporting youth projects. So when you come to South Sudan, you will get good support. Finally, I would like to tell my brother Gihad, in the next Gihad conference, we would like to, the gender sensitivity is there. Now we cannot be 4 male or 5 with Muhammad without gender representation. Always I would like to see female be represented well in any project being presented. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Gentlemen, I would love to also thank you for your time, and I hope that we will work together and be successful in your countries as well. And I would love to thank you for time you're spending today on New Year Day or New Year Eve, whatever it is over there now.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you all the best to you and your family. Wish you very happy, successful New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys, I will sign off.
Okay.
So again, thank you very much, and Mr. Gihad, thank you for time and opportunity to speak with the gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. والله أنا مبسوط يا دكتور إنك أنت انضمت لنا، ومبسوط إنه محمد عبد الشكور دخل. محمد على فكرة من الشباب، أول يوم اللي أنا أتكلم معه وهو بعت لي سي في وبعت لي السكيلز بتاعته كلها في الواتساب، وعجبتني الطريقة بتاعت إنه دخل علي مباشرة. يعني قلت له أنا بحيي المبادرين وبشجع المبادرين، لأنه فكرة المشروع إحياء المبادرة في الشباب.
مبادرة.
ايوه، فسبحان الله طلع ترانزليتر وطلع اكسبيرينس جاي وطلع عنده سكيلز كويسه
استخدمته
حتى كمان في
اللغات. ايوه عنده experience. He has very huge experience in youth development project.
وعنده نتورك بتاعت انترنت كويسه احسن من الجماعه في الخرطوم.
والله يا ريت يا اخي، يا ريت، لانه انت عارف انتوا وانا في برنامج يالي يانج افريكا ليدرز انيشيتيف اوباما بروجرام. انت متابعه يا جهاد؟
متابعه ايوه.
انا في كنت كوهورت 6 في نيروبي. انا اخذت السكولرشيب حق كوهورت 6، فديك فتحت لي والله افاق انه انا اقدر اعمل حاجات كثيره جدا جدا. هسه حاليا الاسبوع اللي فات كنا في ورشه في مباشر الايجاد بتتكلم عن كاونتر تيروريزم اكستريميزم اند نون فايلنس. معانا 3 نفر من الجنوب، معنا واحد اسمه جون جوزيف طويل كده، ومعانا بيت ثاني اسمه اونغونغ، ومعانا ولد اسمه فيتا اليكس. تابعين لناس ايان يا دكتور؟ تعرف ناس ايان؟
بعرفه.
ايوه ناس ايان كانوا معانا في الحاجه دي. ف الموضوع بتاع اليوز ده انا بالنسبه لي موضوع يعني ما فوقه هزار، لانه العصب الحي غير انه العصب الحي الشباب بيموتوا يعني حيين. انا بس كلمه بيموتوا انه هم بيموتوا التالنت بتاعتهم الناس ما بتشوفها.
صح،
يعني التالنت بتاعتهم ما بتشوفها. انا حاليا عندي تالنت بتاعت جورناليزم. لو في زول شاف الاعتصام بتاع نيرتتي قبل في اعتصام في دارفور قبل شهور كده ايامات الخريف، ايامات الثوره برضه في الغياب انا كنت بنقول الثوره بالانجليزي يوميا. انا حاشير معكم الحاجات دي. فضربوا لنا ناس
والله يا ريت. انا عاوزك تنضم والله يا محمد، عاوزك تنضم لكرري العطاء الجروب بتاعنا، وعاوزك تكون واحد من الليدرز في المبادرين عندنا في الجروب بتاع كرري العطاء، وتجيب الشباب كلهم اللي عندهم نفس الروح بتاعت المبادره وعندهم مشاريعهم الخاصه وعندهم مشاريعهم العامه يشاركوا معنا، عشان نحن من خلال انضمامهم لنا حنشكل الهيكل الاداري بتاع المشروع. يعني باب التوظيف عندنا ما حيكون في مكاتب عاديه، يعني ما حيكون عن طريق عن شركات توظيف، لا حيكون من المبادرين نفسهم. حنجمع المبادرين نشوف السكيلز بتاعتهم، الشهادات بتاعتهم، الخبرات بتاعتهم. اللي عنده اوكي، اللي ما عنده حنطور ونحن حندرب ونحن وحنأهل ونحن لغايه ما يلقى نفسه في الحاجه اللي هو بحبها وممكن يشتغل ويبدع وينتج فيها. يعني مشروعنا ما دريم، مشروعنا ما حلم. الراجل اللي انت شفته ده مستر جورن ده الفاونديشن بتاعتهم اسمها نيكولا تسلا. نيكولا تسلا دي لو تسمع بالمخترع او العالم اللي شارك او كان مشارك لتوماس اديسون، الزول اللي اخترع المصباح الكهربائي والاكس راي والاشعه والحاجات دي، هم ناس نيكولا تسلا. اللي هو الامريكي الصربي الاصل. هي المنظمه دي بتاعتهم، هم بيدعموا الامم المتحده، يعني مش الامم المتحده بتدعمهم، هم تحت الامبريلا بتاعت الامم المتحده نعم، لكن هم ده سبورت يونايتد نيشن. الناس دي الملاك بتاع بلغراد ميوزيوم، اكبر متحف في العالم، فيه اكبر كولكشن بتاع ارتس في العالم كله، فيه لوحات غيمه جدا، ناس موني وناس فان خوخ، وعندهم الشركه بتاعت السيارات المعروفه اللي اسمها تسلا الامريكيه، العربات اللي بتشتغل بالنظام الكهربائي دي، كويس. بالاضافه للفنادق العالميه اللي معروفه تسلا حول العالم، في امريكا، في كندا، في استراليا، حتى في اوروبا، كويس. بالاضافه لشراكتهم الفعليه مع اكبر فاونديشن، ممكن نقول برضه نون بروفيت، هي يوز تشايلد سوري تشايلد روز تشايلد فاميلي من فرنسا ومن المانيا ومن بريطانيا، برضه اسره معروفه. هم شراكه مع بعض، هم الناس دول اتحدوا مع بعض على اساس انه يعملوا مشروع ده في الامارات عشان يدخلوا به افريقيا. لما جو الامارات شايلين المشروع بتاعهم ده جايين يعملوه في دبي، ومن دبي انطلقوا لافريقيا. انا كنت واحد من الناس المشاركين في البرزنتيشن بتاعهم ده. انا كنت مدير مكتب واحد من الشيوخ في دبي، وكنت الديسيشن ميكر بتاع مكتب الشيخ. فلما عرضوا علي الشغل ده، وشغل ماشي لافريقيا وتنميه وتعمير وانماء ومش عارف ايه وبنيه تحتيه افريقيا، قلت ليه طيب تتعامل في دبي؟ اي نعم انا بحب الامارات وبحب دبي وبحب الناس اللي عايش معاهم، لكن برضه في النهايه الافضليه لبلدنا، الافضليه للمدخل الصحيح
ايوه
افريقيا.
بالظبط كده.
كنت نرفز، كنت ما مبسوط من البرزنتيشن انه يتعامل في دبي، لكن في النهايه ما اقدر اغير حاجه، خليتهم ينتهوا من البرزنتيشن وقدموا لي الشيوخ في دبي. وبعد الاجتماع قلت لهم انا ده رايي الشخصي، يعني لو انتم فعلا هدفكم افريقيا، المدخل الصحيح لافريقيا السودان
ايوه
تحديدا. ما حددت الخرطوم او جوبا، بس قلت السودان، يعني قلت السودان
ايوه.
هو المدخل الصحيح لافريقيا. انتم لو عايزين تعملوا مشاريع بنيه تحتيه والتنميه في افريقيا، وعاوزين تشاركوا في النهضه بتاعت افريقيا، المدخل الصحيح السودان وليس الامارات، لان الامارات باعتبارها يعني غير انها هي مش دوله افريقيه، هي دوله تشبعت، يعني بقدر اناف، ما محتاجين زي المشاريع دي، ما محتاجين
بالظبط كده.
للكاباسيتي بتاعت المشروع كله كده على بعضه. لكن السودان محتاج لها
عازمين زول متعشي عشاء.
ايوه بالضبط كده. الناس دبي شبعوا، يعني بقوا يكتبوا في المويه، يعني بيوتهم بقوا يكتبوها بالنخل في شكل لوحات، يعني ناس عاشوا رفاهيه. نحن لسه ما وصلنا للمرحله بتاعت الرفاهيه، عايزين نصل الرفاهيه دي. هنصلها كيف؟ لازم نصلها بالتنميه والتعمير يا دكتور، صح ولا لا؟
ما قطع الحديثة. انت عارف
اقتنعوا بالفكره بتاعتي وقال لي والله نحن معاك، لكن الوضع في السودان ما بيسمح انه نحن نخش بامبريلا بتاعت انترناشونال اورجانيزيشن جايه من البنك الدولي، لانه حكومتكم جايه بانقلاب عسكري اللي هي كانت حكومه النظام السابق. الكلام ده بدري يعني. فشاءت الأقدار إنه النظام سقط، وشاءت الأقدار إنه الوضع يتغير السياسي في السودان، والمشهد السياسي يتغير في السودان. أنا أصريت إنه تتغير دراسة الجدوى بعد ما بدينا المشروع في دبي، وبدأوا يخسروا، وبدأوا حتى يعني يعملوا في البيزك، يعني في الحاجات الأساسية عندهم في دبي. فوقفتهم، قلت لهم لا، نحن السودان جاهز ونحن نمشي السودان. قال لي اوكي جو هيد، نحن نقدر نجيب لك موافقات، بس انت غير لنا الدراسات وغير لنا اللوكيشنات وجيب لنا الموقع المناسب ونحن جاهزين. سبحان الله، اول زول تواصلت معه دكتور طن في جوبا، وكلمته قلت له والله يا دكتور 1 2 3 4 انا عندي كده. فقال لي مرحب بكم، والخرطوم والجنوب وجوبا واحد، يعني هنا وهنا واحد، يعني احنا في النهايه هدفنا الشباب، هدفنا فعلا الوطن، يعني بغض النظر عن بعيد عن السياسه، بعيد عن التفاصيل الناس اللي عارفاها. فدي كل القصه باختصار. لما دكتور طنق بعت لي انفيتيشن، ما كان بيقدروا يسافروا الامريكان والكنديين على الجنوب في الوقت ذاك، لانه الكوفيد 19 والكلام ده كان في شهر 3 او في شهر 2 2020. ما قدروا يسافروا لانه المطارات كلها لوك داون وكل حاجه وقفت، وانزعجنا انا والدكتور، انزعجنا لانه بدينا تجهيزاتنا واخترنا الجهات الرسميه في الخرطوم وفي جوبا. وحتى الدكتور طون كان المفروض يشارك، يجي من جوبا، يجي الخرطوم على اساس انه يحضر البريس كونفرنس بتاع الناس دي في الخرطوم. انا قصدت الليله ادخله عشان هو واحد من الناس اللي بيستحقوا يفرحوا معاي في الحاجه دي، وبيستحقوا انه هو يعني يبدا سنته الجديده 2021 وهو ناجح، يعني نجح في حاجه حتغير ملامح البلد بشكلها العام، سواء في الخرطوم او سواء في جوبا، ويشهد الله على الحاجه دي. يعني انا يعني كل هدفي انه المسج يصل والناس تعرف انه جهاد ومحمد عبد الشكور ودكتور طن والشباب اللي معاي في الخرطوم تعبوا قدر شنو في الحاجه دي، وعانوا قدر شنو في الحاجه دي لانها هي تشوف النور. وصبرنا واشتغلنا حملات كثيره جدا ومبادرات كثيره، ووقفنا وعملنا مسابقات وكرمنا شباب، وقفنا في الفيضانات، وقفنا في الحاجات دي كلها كنت بعملها انا من نفقتي الخاصه. يعني المعلومه دي للشباب في الجروب، وللشباب في السوشيال ميديا، وللشباب في السودان بشكل عام. الحاجات اللي كانت بتتعامل في 2020 دي كلها ما كانت مدعومه من نيكولا تسلا، ولا كانت مدعومه من اي جهه، كانت مدعومه من شخصي انا، على اساس انه احافظ على الواقع بتاع المشروع، واحافظ على حجم المشروع، واحافظ على علاقتي انا شخصيا بالجهه المموله، واحافظ على علاقتي بالشباب عشان ما نفقد مصداقيتنا، لانه الشباب بقى واعي، الشباب بقى فاهم، الشباب بقى مختلط عليه الامور بين انه الصادق منه والكذاب منه. لحد الليله نحن الشريحه تدخلوها فينا الكيزان ما حتطلع بالساهل لو ما اشتغلنا، لو ما تعبنا عشان نثبت العكس، انه نحن لسه بنحب بلدنا، ونحن لسه بنحب السودان، ونحن لسه حنعمر، ونحن لسه حنبني. ودي الحاجه الوحيده اللي ممكن نغير بها الملامح اللي موجوده حاليا، ونغير بها دفه البلد، التنميه والتعمير. الرساله دي واضحه وشفافه لكل شعب السوداني في الشمال وفي الجنوب. اتعاونوا معنا، خليكم مبادرين، كونوا قريبين مننا، اقيفوا معنا. نحن ما بيننا وبين التنفيذ الا خطوات بسيطه. ان شاء الله تعالى في الربع الاول من 2021 حجر الاساسنا حيتوضع في المشروع. عندنا مبادره حتكون يوم السبت القادم اللي هو بعد بكره عبر قناه النيل الازرق. انا بدعي كل الناس تشارك في البرنامج، بدعي الناس كلها تتابع البرنامج من قناه النيل الازرق في برنامج اسمه مساء جديد الساعه 4 المساء بتوقيت الخرطوم. حنكون كلنا موجودين. دكتور طن حيكون لايف من جوبا، وانا حكون لايف من امريكا، محمد حيكون لايف برضه من كينيا. الحصل في السوشيال ميديا حيحصل في التلفزيون. نحن حندخل لكل الناس، عاوزين نوصل المعلومه فقط، ما عاوزين من اي حد يعمل اي حاجه، عاوزين نوصل المعلومه. وبعد كده اللي بيجينا زي ما جانا محمد عبد الشكور الليله نقول له حبابك 10، بيتنا مفتوح لكل الناس، بابنا ما متاكل، بابنا مفتوح. يعني عاوزين الناس تشارك، عاوزين الناس تبادر، عاوزين الناس فعلا تركز في التنميه وفي التعمير يا اخواننا. الكلام ده بنقول فيه لنا سنين، وهسه بنعيده ثاني عشان ما نطول على الناس اكثر ما طولنا عليهم ونمسك الناس. الدعوه مجدده مره ثانيه للشباب السوداني، الدعوه مجدده للحكومه في الشمال في جنوب السودان، انه ينضموا لنا، انه يقيفوا معنا، انه يمدوا لنا يد العون، انه نحن نتكاتف عشان نعمر البلد، عشان نمشي لقدام، عشان نشبه الدول المشت قدام وصلت للحته اللي هي عاوزاها. نحن الطراز بتاعنا طراز فريد، نوعيتنا نوعيه فريده، ناس مثقفين عندنا، الناس المتعلمين عندنا، الناس اللي بيخافوا الله عندنا، الناس الكوادر فعلا العمليه والعلميه عندنا، بس عاوز الامكانيات. عندنا الامكانيات الان يا اخواننا، سمعت الله يوم انا معاكم، انا
توظيف الامكانيات اكيد موجوده في الامكانيات.
ايوه. فمن هنا ان شاء الله ربنا يوفقنا، ونسال الله التوفيق والسداد، ونشكر دكتور طن، ونشكر اخونا باشمهندس محمد عبد الشكور، ونجدد التحيه للناس مره ثانيه والتهنئه بالعام الجديد، ونتمناه ان شاء الله يكون عام خير وسلام وحريه وعداله لكل الشعب السوداني. ودعوه للمهاجرين اللي خارج السودان انه ينضموا لجروبنا كرري العطاء، وانهم يفكروا جديا انه يرجعوا عشان يبنوا معنا المشروع في السودان. ونحن من اول المهاجرين ان شاء الله، من اول الطيور المهاجره اللي حترجع وتعمر البلد باذن الله تعالى.
ان شاء الله. نذكر النبي هنا بتاع البرنامج يوم السبت
ان شاء الله باذن الله تعالى.
ان شاء الله.
ايوه انا حديك
بر الناس
البرنامج عشان تجهز نفسك،
ما قدر
ومن هناك ان شاء الله نتواصل باذن الله.
ان شاء الله ان شاء الله. شكرا جزيلا وكل سنه وانتم طيبين.
وانت طيب يا دكتور، شكرا يا محمد، وكل سنه وانت طيب. وانا سعيد بك وسعيد بالشباب اللي حينضموا لنا في كرري العطاء كلهم، والتحيه موصوله لكل الشباب معك في كينيا.
ان شاء الله.
تسلم كتر خيرك.
وانا ان شاء الله لما ارجع الخرطوم بعد اسبوعين او 3 كده برضو ان شاء الله حنشوف نلاقي الشباب الموجودين في الخرطوم ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله، ولغايه ما ترجع خليك معانا عبر الاسافير وعبر السوشيال ميديا.
منتهي.
محمد ورينا الواتساب بتاعك يا محمد شكور.
اوكي.
هبعته لك انا هسه، هبعته لك يا دكتور في الواتساب بتاعك.
اي ابعته له في الواتساب.
شكرا جزيلا.
ان شاء الله. شكرا كتر خيركم.
يلا بارك الله.
يلا كل سنه وانتم طيبين، كل سنه وانتم طيبين. السلام عليكم. سلام. طيب شباب، انا رجعت لكم بعد الميتنج. انتهى الميتنج، كان طويل جدا لكن كان شيق وكان فيه معلومات كثيره مفيده. انا بهنيكم مره ثانيه، وبهني كمان المسابقين اللي عندنا الليله في البوست الاخير بتاع اخر سؤال. هنعلنهم هسه قبل ان شاء الله قبل نهايه السنه، قبل الصفاره زي ما بقولوا بتاعت الساعه 12. اقعدوا عافيه، كونوا بخير، تابعونا، خليكم قراب. بإذن الله التوفيق والسداد. اقعدوا عافيه، كونوا بخير دائما، والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله تعالى وبركاته.